Hello, everyone. How are y'all doing over there? Well, I pray to find you guys in good health. I pray that if you're not in good health, that you will heal in comfort and ease, and that eventually everything will turn out just the way it should be. Well, we are marching to the beat of a different drummer in this time of challenge. The spirit of oneness is that different drummer. Did you know that the meaning of the idiom march to the beat of a different drummer means to act or behave differently than what is expected or what is the norm? Well, today you can understand that we find ourselves in a pickle, so to speak. There are millions of people that are threatened by a virus where, as of last Wednesday, there were over 2 million people that were inflicted and over 120,000 that have died worldwide. Big numbers, yeah. And also, businesses have come to an abrupt halt. Folks are out of work and confined to their homes, just like you and I are right now. In this nation alone, trillions of dollars have been allocated to keep the economy from collapsing. Wow. And it happened in my lifetime. Most certainly, the consciousness has shifted in each and every one of us. And we're all concerned. We're concerned with our well-being and the well-being of our loved ones, with good reason. So, what do? We put on the face mask, we put on the gloves, and we hunker down, which is exactly what many of us are doing. So what is ours to do in this state of seclusion? What can you do to be creative or innovative, for that matter? Well, since we're confined to our yards and homes, why not do some spring cleaning, for example? Some yard work. We could start with a home project. But we do these things to keep our minds off the fear and worry side of our thoughts or our way of thinking. But let's observe the great works of those around the world that are really making a difference in the face of this virus. For one, we can be appreciative and we can be grateful for the folks that are working in the medical field, for example, for their bravery and their dedication that they are demonstrating in the face of this huge challenge. I tip my hat to those. We can also be grateful for the cashier and the grocery employees for their dedication and service to the public. God bless them all. The truck drivers, many other areas that we are not really aware of until we hear it on the news or our friend tells us that they have to work. Folks, what I'm trying to say here is that the human race is marching to the beat of a different drummer. They're doing their part in unity and in the spirit of oneness. For example, In the business world, Ford and General Motors have changed their productions of cars to productions of masks, breathing ventilators, and other medical products that are necessary in this challenge that we're faced with. And there are many other businesses that are jumping on that bandwagon. You've heard of that guy, My Pillow, the one that comes out on the commercial. Well, that guy and his company, My Pillow, join a growing list of private companies pitching in to address the shortage of face masks that the U.S. healthcare professionals are facing today as the number of COVID-19 cases continue to climb. Companies such as The Gap and Eddie Bauer are shifting production lines from making apparel to manufacturing face masks and gowns. And most recently, I heard that Jo-Ann craft stores are giving away free kits to make face masks and gowns. Jo-Ann Fabrics and Craft stores are mobilizing customers to pitch in with the coronavirus relief by distributing these free kits to sew face masks and gowns for hospitals and healthcare facilities. Gotta love it. Personal protective equipment is in an alarming short supply right now for these medical professionals across the country. So thank God for Jo-Ann Fabrics. I also heard about a family business in Chile that is offering a reusable face mask with fine threads of copper embedded into it. In just 3 weeks, it increased production 25-fold after receiving tens of millions of orders from around the world. Yep. The incorporation of the pure copper into the fabric of the mask acts as a barrier to the transmission of bacteria, fungi, and, yep, you guessed it, viruses. The owners of Chile's Cortex, which obtained an invention patent in 2018, says it is the only company in the world to manufacture this type of product. Amazing. Its antibacterial and antimicrobial fabric was assured by a British certification company named Intertek. It's also been used in the H1N1 virus successfully. Isn't that amazing? It is the divine nature of humans to constitute the instrument of God to bring their potential to the forefront. Or simply put, it is human nature for people to do the right thing and act with love and act with compassion and act with goodness. It is an opportunity, folks, for all of us to be innovative, to be creative in our own ways. We can do our individual part by heeding the call and staying at home and following the medical advice of the experts, which for the most part, we're all doing it. And while we're staying at home, like I said, find a project to do. Paint a room. Change the decor of your room or rooms. And you can utilize perpetual hand washing and hygiene. If we go to the store, we can be mindful of keeping that distance. from people around us. Also, working from home is becoming a new norm for many of us. And this communication through technology or digital technology is now more popular than ever. I've learned how to use Zoom. And guess what? As we stay off the streets and out of the public view, more and more, there's another area of attention that comes to light. The animal world. Ooh. Some areas are so quiet and desolate with the absence of humans that wildlife is seen in areas usually occupied by humans. For example, in Venice, Italy, beautiful swans and beautiful dolphins have been spotted in the canals that was once murky waters, now have cleared and are beautiful clear blue waters. In parts of Europe, lynx, wild boars, wolves, brown bears, bison, and owls have been seen feeding. In the UK, birds were found breeding in areas that had previously avoided because of humans. Why, there are even rumors that the Loch Ness Monster is swimming joyfully in the English Channel. And Sasquatch was seen lounging in the backyard swimming pool of a resident with a tequila sunrise in his hand. Imagine that. Okay, all kidding aside, humankind should take this experience very seriously, and they should take it as an awakening to the consciousness of being good stewards of this blue, beautiful earth. In unison, maybe it's time that humans perpetually adjust their hearts and their minds from the greed and power towards the compassion and care for all of life. This new perspective can allow a Christ-like spirit march to the beat of a different drum. And collectively, with that Christ mind, we can be the stewards and caretakers of the earth and its inhabitants that we were meant to be. Folks, it's time to let go of selfish desires that interfere with the quality of life and live our truths as inherently good beings. Yeah, there will be some who will heed the call to goodness, but not all will. We must be among those rare jewels that do the right thing, for when we do, we will be blessed. In the Bible, on the Sermon of the Mount, Jesus stated a list of blessings in Matthew chapter 5. Let me remind you of a few. Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they will be called children of God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will see the spiritual side of their true self. They will see God. Now, each beatitude stated here that Jesus taught, He taught virtues and values in life that will result in blessings in order to encourage us and to give us that hope when we face adversity. So, no matter what is going on around us, if we apply ourselves and we co-create and innovate with God, we will make a difference collectively. And we can experience a joyful, fulfilled life. We can be the ones that march to the beat of a different drum. We march with a new awakening of our faith and a stirring of our consciousness. A stirring and blending of lower and higher consciousness that begin to react to purify us to that Christ-like attitude. Moreover, when you're faced with a global challenge like we're faced today, and a conflict of fearful emotions stir up in your mind, allow your loving spiritual personality to take over. Therefore, we can be more aware of what is truly going on, a creative process of caring for each other in the spirit of oneness. Emily Cady said it best when she quoted, "From the smallest thing of our everyday life to the rolling away of the largest stone of difficulty from our path, the presence or this spirit of oneness will come in to deliver us. But its working depends on our trusting, and trusting means getting still inside," unquote. When we stand still in our salvation, that God will work for us and with us, this invisible presence and power will remove from your path the big difficulties. So let us rest in meditation right now. Take a deep breath in and release. And as you breathe in and breathe out, relax all your muscles from your eyebrows to your jaw muscle, to your neck muscles, to your shoulders, to your back, to your seat, to your knees, and to your feet, and just relax. Rest confidently and say, God is my strength. God is my power. God is my assured victory. I will trust in Him, and He will bring it to pass. As we come back from this turmoil, let us rest in the silence. Breathe in and breathe out. As you come back gently, open your eyes and know that we are, in a sense, standing still in our homes right now with our everyday routine, and this is our rest time. It is a time for us to reflect with God. Don't go out there looking for the divine. Stay at home within your own soul and seek the source of all good, earnestly and calmly. Be still and know God. Trust the one power and one presence. I conclude with this poem by Emily Cady. There's a wideness in God's mercy, like the wideness of the sea. There's a kindness in his justice, which is more than liberty. For the love of God is broader than the measure of man's mind, and the heart of the eternal is most wonderfully kind. Keep marching and let your heart thump with the beat of a different drum. Thank you.